Okay. Okay, so welcome everybody to this week's weekly tune-in to tune up your life. So this is your Akashic Records practice to support you with connecting in with your records, to do some additional healing, to support you with elevating your life, your relationships, your connection to yourself, to get to understand yourself at a deeper level, but also to support you, your money flow, your abundance, prosperity, wealth, and business. So it supports all life areas. And this is really about you being able to feel more confident with your practice, connecting in with your records, so that it might be that something that you actually start to do by yourself without a guided journey. It might be that you won't, but this is why I'm here, to kind of support you in all the ways that I can to give you that confidence. So this week we are looking at releasing guilt. Now, I'm sure that we've actually covered this topic before, but what I really wanted to focus on, and what my guides have been giving me, is really kind of focusing on this fear of letting others down and the guilt that we have around that. So I would just like you to think of somebody perhaps, and this could be yourself as well, the fear of letting yourself down, or where you have let yourself down. But where do you hold yourself back with your intentions, with your dreams, because there's an element of guilt and a fear of letting other people down, a fear of making a choice or decision that would have an impact, a perceived impact that's probably greater than the reality. And so we don't say yes to that thing, or we don't allow ourselves to explore it because of what we perceive will happen with our relationships, perhaps with the judgment, the criticism maybe, the comments, the opinions, or even what it might entail in terms of changes of like behavior, schedule, routine, location, whatever it would be for you, where you've got this big dream, this thing that you would really like to do, but there's this kind of like this impact of others and feeling this guilt. And it might be that you've even made a choice or decision before, and it had what you perceive to be negative consequences, and so there's that, and it created challenge, it created struggle, and so the guilt of that afterwards is maybe still there as well. And it's like, well, I can't do that again because of what happened last time. I can't put people through that, or whatever it might be for you, and there'll be something there. And it might be just there below the conscious, so you may not have quite connected with it yet. But we want to just release any guilt. And this could be past life guilt as well, which can enhance the way that we maybe just feel guilt a lot, and we don't know why we feel guilt a lot. And it's kind of like, well, I've done work around this. Why am I still holding on to this? There could be connections and threads where you've made similar decisions in past lives and are still holding on to the guilt from that. So there's a remembrance in your own energetic DNA. There's a remembrance in your Akashic records. And so it's almost like we layer the guilt. So we've got guilt already there, so let's just add a bit more on. So it can be then felt more profoundly, more deeply. And so this fear of guilt and letting other people down can even be even stronger, because it's not just this one incident. There's numerous incidents that this would connect with. And letting other people down, when you think about business and things like that, it's like not making changes in your business, not putting your prices up, making kind of fundamental growth and expansive decisions that would really help you, but there's that kind of fear of letting others down. I can't do that. So we're going to go into this beautiful doorway, into the light, and we're going to let go of all of the burdens that guilt Guilt's a heavy energy. I don't know what it is on the emotional frequency chart. I'd need to look as in vibration. Hate is the lowest. But I think shame and guilt are the next ones up. So it's pretty low in terms of vibration, and it's one that we can release ourselves from, because it's only us that keeps us in guilt. It's only us that taps into that frequency and holds on to it. So we can allow ourselves to let go of the guilt. And with that, obviously, letting go of the fear as well. Okay, so I'm just seeing if anybody's actually watching. If you're watching the replay, please do put hashtag replay in the comments. Good morning, Palmy. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Debbie. It's very low on the scale. It absolutely is. It sure is. So this has been obviously inspired by my Akashic Oracle card deck. And if I just read what it says in the actual message, just so you've got an idea, this might spark some inspiration of things that you may want to bring into this session to actually release. So by pulling this card today, your Akashic guides will give you the opportunity to pinpoint where guilt shows up in your life and how it affects you. Guilt is an emotion that highlights an inner conflict where we feel we could have made a difficult choice or done better in this lifetime or the past. Guilt is usually alchemized when you own the mistake and show self-forgiveness. However, if you choose to suppress guilt, it can become trapped within the body and may lead to bouts of sadness, depression, anxiety, and paranoia. Fear of judgment, family expectation, and not wanting to let others down are all sources of unnecessary guilt. So I'll just say that again. Fear of judgment, family expectation, and not wanting to let others down are all sources of unnecessary guilt. Guilt is a driver for you to do, be, and feel in ways that put you out of soul alignment. Connect with the Akashic Records today, which is what we're going to do, to be shown what sources of guilt you have that are ready to be dissolved. So that's what we're going to do. Good morning, Pauline. Good to see you here. So get yourself comfortable. You know the drill for those that are regular listeners, either here or on my YouTube channel. And I've got more than 90 transmissions on my YouTube channel, on the playlist, the Akashic Meditation playlist. Go check them out. There's something for everybody there. Something that will support you at your time of need. And if there isn't, please do let me know and I can create something to support you. Okay, so place your palms facing upwards, please. And when you're ready, I want you to close your eyes. And just allow yourself to just take a big, deep breath in. And as you take your big, deep breath in, just going to call back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. Breathe in a beautiful golden light back into the chest, back into your heart. And on the out breath, I want you to relax your shoulders. And just allow yourself, give yourself this time, give yourself permission, congratulate yourself, celebrate yourself for being here. And just allow your body to let go. And then again, take another big deep breath in, calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, we're releasing anything that's not serving or supporting you, anything stuck in the auric field, anything in the mental body, the emotional body. Again, just allowing it to be released back into the earth. Mother Earth will gladly recycle all of this energy into beautiful, positive light. One more time, take a big deep breath in. Calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. Breathing that golden light deep into the heart, your soul light, deep into that heart. And on the out breath, releasing any lower astral energy, anything from the collective, projections, fears, programming, conditioning. Just allow yourself to release anything that doesn't serve or support you. And then continue that cycle of breath, breathing in that golden light and releasing anything that doesn't serve or support you. Noticing the backs of your hands upon the tops of your thighs, the chair that supports you, your feet upon the floor. Noticing as the more that you listen to my voice, your body becomes more and more relaxed. Bring your awareness to your feet and imagine thick, strong silver roots coming from the soles of your feet and starting to head down towards the heart of Mother Earth. Those silver roots go deeper and deeper down through all of the stones, the rocks, the shale, deeper and deeper. And eventually those roots connect with a large crystal. Just notice, sense, feel, imagine whatever colour or type of crystal presents itself today. This is exactly what you need in terms of crystalline energy to bring your chakras, your meridians, your nadis, and your whole body system into perfect balance. Wrap your silver roots around that crystal. And as you do, you may feel a connection in your own heart space, perhaps a click or an expansion, as your heart connects with the heart of Mother Earth. The crystalline energy from her heart space starts to flood your silver roots, and your silver roots draw that energy back up through the earth, bringing with it the frequencies of unconditional love, presence, groundedness, connection. That colour, that crystalline energy makes its way into your feet and rises quite quickly through the body, through the legs, through the torso, the arms, through your organs, your cells, your blood, your bones, through into the head and out the top of the head, through into your etheric chakras, and filling the room all around you with this sparkly, beautiful, coloured light. Allow yourself to receive this energy, knowing that you are being held and that you are loved. That cleansing energy will continue to work its way all around your auric fields, through the auric field and out into the room that you're in, cleansing and clearing everything and anything that is willing to receive this energy and light. We now ask for your ego to step out of the physical body, and with a smile upon their face, your ego leaves the room, knowing that they'll be back soon enough, shutting the door gently behind them. Now we invite your team in spirit, beings of 100% pure love and light only, to now step into the space closer to your body. So perhaps you can start to feel their energy, feel a presence beside you. And if you don't, that's okay. Just know that your guides are here. You are never alone. These can be beings of all types, all here to support you in your connection to the Akashic Records. Finally, we ask for the 6 archangels to hold you in angelic light, with Archangel Michael stepping in behind you, Archangel Gabriel to your left, Archangel Raphael to your right. We invite Archangel Uriel to take a space in front of you. Archangel Sandalphon, ensure that we are connected in with the crystalline grid of the earth. Imagine yourself stepping onto a fiery white grid, making sure that your feet are firmly planted on that light. And Archangel Metatron, bring down a golden thread of light, golden fiery thread of light from divine source energy. Archangel Metatron holds this thread of light in his hands as he brings it through your solar junction chakra far in the sky, your own connection, your own personal sun, down into the roof of your home, through the ceiling of the room that you're in. And he weaves it through the etheric chakras above your head and at the back, and gently presses it into your crown. And that golden fiery light now expands and makes its way down through the physical body. It's like a beam of light has been switched on, and all aspects of your multidimensional being are now shining so brightly. Every cell of your body, every aspect of your being, your soulful self, glows in this golden light of divine source energy. Just feel that golden light within your heart space. And Archangel Metatron takes a place above your head, connecting in with the other archangels to complete this angelic sphere of light. You are held safely and securely above and below, connected in with the earth and divine source light. Now bring your awareness to the energy of guilt. Perhaps noticing where you feel that in your body, maybe in your auric field. And bringing forward a memory, perhaps, where there's still a thread of guilt there, of a choice or a decision that you have made, a mistake, a regret. And we bring this forward without judgment, with complete neutrality. We just want to have the awareness. And where we also have an intention, a dream, a wish, a desire that we want for ourselves. We desperately want it for ourselves. But we have a fear. We have guilt, letting others down, being judged, being criticized, being held back. You can't do that. You have responsibilities, you have duties. Bring whatever may be coming forward, again, without judgment, with complete neutrality. Just allow it to surface wherever it might be, in the mind, in the heart, in the solar plexus, in the sacral, in the root, maybe even in the throat. Then I want you to start to connect with your third eye, the point between your eyebrows. And start to sense, feel, know, imagine a purple portal of light that is getting bigger and bigger. Bigger and bigger, and it gets so big you step through the purple portal of light and you find yourself in front of a large door. On this door are your details, your full name, your date of birth, your place of birth. Once you can sense, feel, know, or imagine those details there, place your hand upon the door handle and open the door to your Akashic records. Eagerly step into those records, that cosmic library that holds all of your soul's wisdom, knowledge, and information. And allowing the door to shut behind you, take a few more steps forward and allow yourself to just be still and notice what your Akashic records looks and feels like. Just letting your guides know that you've arrived home in this space and that you're available to heal and clear anything connected with the frequency and energy of guilt. Your Akashic record keepers step forward with smiles upon their face. Greet them in any way that feels appropriate. And your guides know that you're here to release any threads, circumstances, situations, trauma, wounding, perhaps even agreements made under the premise of guilt. I have to do this because if I don't, I'll feel guilty. People will get harmed. But then that puts you in a compromising situation. That puts you perhaps in a lifetime of suffering and sacrifice after that. Maybe in a karmic behavior pattern of sacrifice or suffering, which no longer needs to continue. Your guides invite you to walk down to the long, large table in the middle of your library. And you'll notice that there's a large book open. This is your present lifetime book, the one that is continually recording everything that you do, think, feel, and be. But you'll notice there's another book upon that table. Pull the book towards you. Just notice what the outside of the book looks or feels like. Is it a big book, heavy, perhaps with a leather bounding, intricately ornated with a beautiful outside cover? Or it might be quite small, thin, perhaps modern looking. Pick the book up into your hands. And despite whatever its size, it feels really heavy. This particular lifetime holds a great deal of guilt. And as you hold that book, I want you to just tune into whether you were male or female in that lifetime. And were you an adult or a child when that guilt was created? Just know as you hold this book, we take all of this information as an onlooker, as a third party. We are not getting involved in any story that's held within this lifetime. We look at everything with neutrality and curiosity, knowing that we are completely safe, we are calm, we are present. We just get a sense of who you were in that lifetime. Perhaps even what happened to create that guilt. Did it involve anybody else? And who were they? Was there any particular trauma, circumstance, or disaster or event that happened? Maybe there was betrayal, maybe lies, deceit, maybe an accident of some kind. The sense, feel as you hold that book, knowing that you are safe, that you are a third party just looking in to this particular lifetime, feeling, sensing, or knowing what happened. And this particular lifetime has been pulled forward because you are ready to release anything connected that still continues for you to tap into and feel guilt, remorse, regret. And so there's a golden portal of light that starts to open up above your heads and starts to shine its light into your Akashic records. This is a portal of divine source energy. And I want you to hold that book as much as you can, finding the strength to lift it up above your head. And as you do, it receives the healing it needs to release the guilt. And you may notice that from that book, there may be some black smoke or other kind of objects or light that starts to emanate and be drawn away from that book into the light. This is the guilt that you have been carrying for all of this time, based on that particular lifetime, circumstance, event, whatever it might have been. You now give yourself permission to release this guilt now. It no longer serves you. Instruct that guilt to be released from that lifetime and from that book into divine source light. Watching it, sensing, feeling, or just knowing that those frequencies, those circumstances, the agreements, the programming, the conditioning, the cording, the hooks, the spells, whatever it might be, are now being released into the light. And as you hold that book above your head, you'll notice that the book becomes lighter and lighter, to the point that it almost feels like a feather in your hands. It takes no weight at all. And you feel that release around your shoulders, in your hands, perhaps even in other parts of your body. Maybe around the neck, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus. And we just offer forgiveness to all souls involved in those Akashic blocks, in that guilt being created and carried all of this time. Instructing that all knowledge and wisdom are kept intact in the Akashic records, but that guilt and any fear associated with that lifetime are now released. Bring that book down and place it back onto the table. Your guides are smiling and let you know that you have done really well here. Now think upon that intention, that wish, that desire. How does it feel now? And perhaps taking steps towards taking action on that, in realizing it. Does the guilt feel less? Does the fear feel less? The more times that you do this particular activity of releasing guilt, the more confidence and the more self-belief and trust that you can build for yourself. Your guides are letting you know that it's time to leave your Akashic records. So say goodbye to your guides in any way that feels appropriate. Again, just noticing how light you feel now that you have released this guilt. Start to head towards the door of your Akashic records, knowing that you can come back here at any time to repeat this activity. Open the door of your Akashic records. Step out of your cosmic library. And out loud or in your mind, I want you to say, I now close my Akashic records. Head towards the purple portal of light. And then when you're ready, step through that light and start to bring yourself back round into the room that you're in. Start to rub your thighs. Start to rub your feet on the floor. And if you want, have a stretch and just make sure that you drink lots of water. In particular, over the next 24 hours, because that healing will continue. Your higher self and guides manage the process, but you might find with the physical water, it helps flush the system. But what you might find is that there are other memories or thoughts of feelings around guilt that might come up, and that's okay. They're just also coming up to be released. So you don't have to dwell in the energy of the guilt. Just notice it, acknowledge it. It might be that you want to go and do that session again from tomorrow to go and release that piece of guilt. But essentially, we've just opened up just the energy system, just for whatever needs to come to the surface, just to be acknowledged and then be released. And that's all you kind of need to do. But if you wanted to do more journaling around that, to just kind of process it a little bit, absolutely do. But don't suppress it. You don't need to suppress it, just allow it to be released. And it might be that you actively say, I'm now releasing this guilt. I don't need to hold on to this guilt from that particular thing anymore. But because we are talking about the topic of guilt, it's like we're giving that invitation for any other pieces of guilt that may need to come forward. So there may not be anything, and that's also perfect. But I'm just giving you that information just in case there is. But if you want to come back to me, you're not sure about anything, then message me or place something in the comments below, tag me, and I can support you with whatever information that I can tune into. And of course, if you wanted to go a little bit deeper, then please do reach out. I do one-to-one sessions. I have memberships, I have masterclasses, I have a whole host of stuff where I can support you in all the ways, depending on what level of support that you need. So let me know how you got on with that. Let me know any details around the lifetime, if you connected in with that, whether you were male or female, and maybe what an idea of that guilt was about. If you want to share, you don't have to. And yeah, here's to a guilt-free life, and also feeling more inspired to take action on our dreams and our wishes and bringing them into reality. Okay, so love and blessings, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye.